Buying a house is very important for Chinese people, but with the continuous deterioration of China's economy, the once booming real estate market is now wailing. People who once rushed to buy houses are now facing the dilemma of having to sell their homes to stop the financial bleeding. Man, I just came here to trade the day before yesterday. I sold a house worth 8.4 million yuan, original home value. It was sold for just over 6 million yuan in the core area of Shenzhen's Baoan Central District. I lost a total of 4 million yuan, including bank interest payments. In the end, I only got 70,000 yuan back for that house. Man, the monthly payment of 60,000 yuan is really overwhelming. I've lost several million yuan here today. I also sold this house because I can't even make 2,000 yuan when I open my eyes now. I'm under immense pressure. Moreover, this house is leveraged 3 times with the bank, and my house price is also falling at 3 times the leverage every day. The house price is dropping by several thousand yuan daily. At this rate, I feel it may decline by at least 10,000 or 20,000 yuan per day. Now, I still have to make the monthly payments, yet I can't even earn 2,000 yuan a month. If I don't sell the house, I fear it will soon become a negative asset, and after selling it, I will still have to pay back 1, 2, or even 3 million yuan to the bank. I feel like there will never be a chance to turn things around. Fortunately, if I sell this house today and pay the bank 500,000 yuan, at least I can sleep peacefully. All the hard work of so many years has gone to waste. The down payment is gone and all the monthly payments are gone. I have to pay the bank 500,000 yuan to settle the debt, but I've made up my mind to do it. The Shenzhen man later said in tears, "Man, a house worth 8 million yuan was sold for 70,000 yuan. I can't face my parents. A family of 6 worked hard for so many years to buy a house in Shenzhen, only to lose 3 or 4 million yuan. Man, all the hard work of so many years has been in vain. Without a house, the children can't go to school. My wife wants to divorce me because of this." Xiamen, Fujian Province, is an important central city on China's southeast coast. It is also one of the 4 special economic zones that China first opened to the outside world. Today, housing prices in Xiamen continue to fall. Woman, how much has the price of a house worth more than 2 million yuan fallen now? On May 1, 2017, we spent 2.2 million yuan to buy a 100 square meter house in Xiamen, with a unit price of 22,000 yuan per square meter. The down payment was 600,000 yuan, which exhausted my parents' savings. The remaining 1.6 million yuan was covered by a 30-year commercial loan with an interest rate of 4.1%, requiring a monthly payment of more than 6,000 yuan. At that time, I thought of buying a small 3-story house, which would be suitable for taking in my parents for retirement while waiting for appreciation. This type of house was particularly popular at the time. Who would have thought that just 2 years later, a 120 square meter house in the same community would be listed at just over 1.2 million yuan? Man, in 2020, the owner emptied his family's savings and spent 11.8 million yuan to buy a house in Xinjiang International Bund. Who would have thought that the house price would plummet, and now the market value is only 7 million yuan? The agent said it would have to be reduced by another 500,000 yuan before someone would take it. The bank loan still stands at 8.3 million yuan, with a monthly payment of about 36,000 yuan. Interest has been paid for nearly 3 or 4 years, totaling around 1.3 million yuan. The down payment, plus taxes and fees exceeding 5 million yuan, has all gone down the drain. Now the house has to be sold, and 1.8 million yuan must be paid to the bank, resulting in a total loss of about 8 million yuan. Woman, the helpless owner said that if the bank does not adjust the interest rate to below 2.5%, the bank will have no choice but to take the house and auction it. China's housing prices have plummeted, turning the homes people once dreamed of buying into burdens they could never have imagined. Man, we also sold everything we had. It wasn't easy. Do you think a house worth several million yuan can be bought just like that? Man, the house that once cost more than 30,000 yuan per square meter has now dropped to less than 10,000 yuan per square meter. I just went to the agent and saw that the price had dropped to just over 8,000 yuan per square meter. The agent even asked me if I still wanted to sell. He also told me that if I don't sell now, the price will drop even further. Woman: I feel like this house is going to be a disaster. I bought it for 1.28 million yuan in 2019. It has been 5 years and has never been lived in. It is fully decorated. Now its price has dropped by 40%. A few years ago, under these conditions, I estimate it would have been listed in the morning and sold by the afternoon. Now it has been on the market for several months, with asking prices as low as 650,000, 600,000, and even 550,000 yuan. Is housing really so worthless now? The remaining mortgage cannot be covered. How can I sell it? It's impossible. The main issue is that if I sell it, how can I even redeem the house? My loan of more than 800,000 yuan is still there, but the agent keeps persuading me, saying that this is the house's real value now. His words only made things worse. Woman: My house was worth 10 million yuan at its peak, but now its value has been slashed in half, down to just 5 million yuan. Many people didn't believe it at the time, but I want to tell you, this is the harsh reality of Shenzhen's current real estate market.
Looking at Adi, Anai, and Amai behind us, they have all gone bankrupt. Do you dare to imagine how difficult it is to do business this year? And it's not just the clothing industry, but the catering industry as well. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you believe it? This is the former Summit Plaza. Let's take a look at the current scene. At 3 p.m. on January 1st, 2025, the last restaurant closed down. All employees have just been dismissed. I promised to settle all wages with them before the 8th. In addition to arrears of water, electricity, rent, and personnel salaries, the total is about 500,000 yuan. I made more than 20 calls half an hour ago and still have no solution. To be honest, I really don't know what to do. There is no hope at all. Half a lifetime of hard work has resulted in a lot of debt. Have you ever seen anyone who has lost millions and still sells his house? I have. Many people say that there is no house that cannot be sold, only a price that cannot be sold. But I have lost so much now. What else can I do? Lower it again? When I bought this house, I paid more than 30,000 yuan as a down payment and 700,000 yuan as a loan. I have paid off the loan for 4 or 5 years and spent more than 200,000 yuan, but I have only paid off the principal of 30,000 yuan. Now the loan is about 670,000 yuan. The price I listed has dropped from more than 900,000 to over 800,000. And now it is down to 720,000. You said that there is no price that cannot be sold, so how much should I lower it? 720,000 yuan minus the remaining loan amount of 670,000 yuan. After the sale, I will only have 50,000 yuan left, and as everyone knows, you have to pay personal tax, value-added tax, and agency fees, each of which costs around 10,000 to 20,000 yuan. I will have almost no money left. Maybe I will even owe tens of thousands more. Isn't this price considered low? Everyone is so poor this year. Our family didn't buy anything except necessities this year. Consumption downgrade? No. No one at all. Look, my street is almost empty. When we come back after the new year, there will be even fewer physical stores. Can you believe it? It's hard to imagine that I haven't worked for 3 years. At such a young age, I stayed at home every day and didn't go downstairs for up to half a month. If someone had said to me when I was 18, "You know you will do nothing from the age of 21 to 24, I would never have believed it. But now I really haven't worked for 3 years. 2024 ended in a whimper. The media and major institutions have made various predictions about what China's economy will look like in 2025. X account Overseas Breaking News posted today that housing prices in Guangzhou have recently dropped. On December 26th, a developer in Guangzhou sold specially decorated houses at a 30% discount to withdraw cash. The initial registration price was 20,000 RMB per square meter, and the current price is 5,500 RMB per square meter. A total of 88 units were launched and sold continuously. Not only have housing prices in China fallen, but rental prices have also dropped. Ex-account Darren Media pointed out that houses in Beijing cannot be rented out, and no one even wants them when the price is reduced by 20%. Some Chinese netizens reported that the rental price of a second bedroom in Beijing has dropped from the previous 2,000 RMB to 1,400 RMB, a 30% decrease. X's News Invest reported that before the Lunar New Year, 2,000 to 3,000 door and window factories in Foshan were facing a wave of closures. News Survey speculated that China's entire manufacturing industry could shrink by another half by 2025. In addition, Qin Peng, an expert at the Epoch Times, believes that China is facing a dilemma of running out of stocks, housing, foreign exchange, and debt. Qin Peng analyzed that China's A-shares will eventually reveal their true nature. Although the A-share index is now over 3,000 points, the economy has not really improved. Instead, the government is using publicity and policies to stimulate people's appetite while maintaining stability through the National Team Fund. As long as the economy reveals its true shape and the conflict between China and the United States intensifies, money flows will inevitably flee. Qin Peng speculates that China's housing market will continue to decline, and housing prices and transaction volumes will continue to fall. The conflict between homebuyers and developers will also intensify due to delays in home delivery. The RMB exchange rate will also lose value. Reuters previously pointed out that China is likely to devalue the RMB in response to Trump's high tariffs. Although the government hastily denied the rumors, everyone knows the intention. Qin Peng believes that China's bond market will also be under pressure. The return on investment in Chinese government bonds is falling. The yield on one-year government bonds has dropped below 1%, and the yield on 30-year government bonds is lower than that of Japan. This is an extremely dangerous phenomenon. Interest rates are rent, and the fall in government bond yields means China's economic outlook is less than rosy and optimistic. Chinese real estate companies continue to collapse. The first real estate subsidiary of a central enterprise defaults. China's economy is in recession, and the real estate sector is deteriorating. An announcement reveals that the debt of a real estate subsidiary of a central enterprise under the Communist Party of China is overdue. Mainland media report this is the first instance of such a subsidiary defaulting. On January 3rd, Yunnan Chengdu Real Estate Co. Ltd. issued a statement indicating that the company had previously provided loans to Yunnan OCT Industrial Co. Ltd., hereinafter referred to as OCT Industrial. The principal balance of the loan was 42.0069 million yuan as of December 2020. From 2020 to 2024, the company extended the loan annually, with the due date set for December 31st, 2024. OCT Industrial failed to repay the loan and interest on time, resulting in default as of January 1st, 2025. The announcement further stated that Yunnan Chengdu Real Estate would continue monitoring OCT Industrial's operations and does not rule out taking legal measures for recovery. As of the end of September 2024, OCT Industrial's total assets were 1.053 billion yuan, while its total liabilities amounted to 2.478 billion yuan. The company reported net losses of 130 million yuan in 2023 and 81.25 million yuan in the first 3 quarters of 2024, indicating it is already insolvent. OCT Industrial, a tourism developer, claims to focus on creating an international leisure resort and a new ecotourism demonstration area. The company's equity structure is as follows: Shenzhen OCT Co. Ltd. holds 50%, Yunnan Chengdu Real Estate holds 30%, and OCT Enterprise Co. Ltd. holds 20%. Shenzhen OCT Co. Lutti, the major shareholder of OCT Industrial, was exclusively established and funded by OCT Group, which owns 56.36% of the company. OCT Group, headquartered in Shenzhen, is a large central enterprise directly managed by the State-Owned Assets Supervision and Administration Commission of the State Council of the Communist Party of China. Its primary businesses include culture, tourism, real estate, and electronic technology, spanning over 100 cities nationwide and numerous international regions. It has 4 publicly listed companies domestically and abroad: OCTA, Shenzhen Conca A, Yunnan Tourism, and OCT, Asia. In 2022, OCTA recorded its first loss in 15 years since its listing, amounting to 10.9 billion yuan. In 2023, its net loss attributable to the parent company reached 6.492 billion yuan. In the first 3 quarters of 2024, its net loss attributable to the parent company was 2.351 billion yuan. The boss is on the run. Major brands are closing stores en masse. As China's economy continues to deteriorate severely every day, a wave of closures has been set off in the mainland catering industry. Recently, it was reported that many stores of the well-known Hangzhou catering brand Wasabi have been closed. In addition, there have been reports of store closures in many places in the mainland. According to a report by Lianshang.com on September 30th, several Wasabi stores in Hangzhou, including the Hangzhou Building Store, the Mixc Store, the Kerry Center Store, the Raffles Store, and the Binjiang Baolong Store, have been closed. Most stores have posted notices of equipment debugging and temporary business suspension. Staff members of stores around the above locations all said it was closed a few days ago. Many consumers have said that the money in their stored value cards has not been spent, ranging from several thousand to several hundred yuan. A former employee posted online that Wasabi has been in arrears with employees' wages for the past 2 months, and the boss is suspected of having withdrawn the money and run away. According to screenshots on social platforms, there are 175 members in a group called Labor Dispute with Wasabi Catering Management Commerce Ltd. Searching for Shankijia on a group buying platform revealed that there are 22 chain stores in Hangzhou, distributed in Shangcheng District, Shihu District, and other areas, all of which are in a state of closed and suspended business. According to Hangzhou Traffic 918, Xiaotian, pseudonym, a chef who used to work at the Jixi Yintai city store of Shankijia, said that the closure came too suddenly. He had never heard of this news before. Because of rent arrears for the mall management closed the store on September 27th, stating, "At present, the leaders have notified us, employees, to find jobs on our own." Xiaotian said that he was owed more than 2 months of salary, totaling over 10,000 yuan, and the store manager was also owed more than 5 months of salary, including the dishwashers in the store, whose wages have not been received. Now all the stores in Hangzhou have closed down. Hundreds of our employees went to ask for an explanation, and the Hangzhou headquarters was empty. Ahai is the meat supplier for more than 10 Shankijia stores in Hangzhou. He stated that he was owed a supply fee of up to 1 million yuan by Wasabi, and the arrears of supply fees had only recently begun. When he went to the Hangzhou headquarters for consultation, he found that the door was closed. Ahai said, "On the morning of September 25th, we delivered goods to many stores as usual. The stores were all in normal business, and there were customers queuing for tables. By September 26th, it was like a system collapse. In just one night, all stores in Hangzhou were closed. For a brand that has been deeply rooted in Hangzhou for so many years, this speed of closing stores is incredible." In addition to Hangzhou, Wasabi has also closed a large number of stores in Xi'an, Fuzhou, Chongqing, Shaoqing, Tixi, and other places. According to Cover News, Wasabi Creative Cuisine currently has only 1 store left in Chengdu, which is the Chengdu SKP store. At 11 a.m. on September 29th, the store had reached the business hours shown, but Dianping indicated that the store was in a suspended business state. The store staff confirmed that the store had been suspended due to equipment problems and was under maintenance, with no determined date for the resumption of business hours. Public information shows that Hangzhou Wasabi Restaurant Management Kokans Ltd. was founded in 2011. It manages Hangzhou Wasabi Restaurant Management Konao Ltd., Hangzhou Juzan Restaurant Management Komao Ltd., and Hangzhou Shitun Restaurant Management Konao Lishai, and now has more than 40 directly operated stores across the country. It owns Wasabi, Xinjuzan, Huajiangnan, Xiaoshaokui, Bazan, and other brands.